So I'm Ben Reese. I'm the artist and combat designer on Team Colorblind. We're here with Aztez, our game, at PAX East 2014.
So what were your goals heading into this fighter?
So the biggest thing that I really wanted to do was sort of go away from the traditional formula of have a fight, walk into a room, do something tedious, have another fight. So Aztez is actually half a strategy game and half a beat 'em up. So you're bouncing back and forth between making decisions, managing the Aztec Empire, and having cool beat 'em up experiences.
Talk about the lack of color, except for blood.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a couple things. Like originally it was just like a fun challenge. I thought it'd be cool to make a game that was just black and white, but it turns out just black and white is actually really hard on a lot of people's eyes. So we slowly introduced gray, and it evolved from there over the course of the last couple years. But the other thing is that I'm the whole art team. So if we did something more complex, it would have made production actually really unrealistic, because we've got a lot of environments, we've got a lot of characters, a lot of effects, and I do all that. So we kind of had to keep it simple, we had to keep it stylized, and this is where we are now.
So talk a little about the actual story behind the game.
See, the idea is that it's 100 years before the Spanish show up, when the Aztec Empire has just started, and your job as a player is to expand the empire, take over cities, make them tributaries, but you manage chaos that happens every turn through beat 'em up events. So for example, if you have a particularly threatening political opponent in a nearby city, you're going to send an agent in there and have a boss fight. And so we're just trying to juice the combat event for all it's worth, and you're going to have all kinds of these things: plagues, sicknesses, you know, political opponents, like I said, protecting friends. So it's all over the place, and we want to randomize it so it's fun every time. Yeah.
Talk a little about the combo system, the actual fighting.
Yeah, so the fighting, I think, is the strongest thing for sure. We've got 4 weapons as it stands, and every single weapon is completely different from the other. But a lot of them, they all have different mechanics, they have different properties. And something I think that we've done a little bit differently is the ability to switch to another weapon whenever you want, even in the middle of an attack. So one of the high-level skills of this game is utilizing all the weapons like at the same time. And so you get this really sensational, really violent, really cool thing that, you know, draws a crowd, and that's why we have it at PAX, yeah.
So what platforms and when will this be out?
So it'll be out on Steam later this year, PC, Mac, and Linux, and then shortly after that we'll do PS4, Vita, Wii U, and Xbox One.